Jupiter has the greatest landmass in our entire solar system, with over 61 billion square kilometers. By comparison, Earth's meager 144 million looks minuscule. The human paradise is full of wonders that has a lot to offer. From icy mountains to deserts or coastal barriers, Mother Nature has blessed Earth with everything. The landscape of the planet are different everywhere, and their beauty a treat to behold. But do not let this fool you. The human paradise is full of dangers. This is exactly our topic for today. In today's Top Best for Everything video, we bring you the top 10 most dangerous places on Earth. These destinations can easily take the crown thanks to man-made or natural phenomena, ranging from snakes, volcanoes, war, drought, and even crime. Before we start, don't forget to drop a like as well as subscribe to the channel for more. And now, number 10. The Danakil Desert in East Africa. Humans usually stay far away from deserts, but it is difficult to stray away from a region that takes into account northeastern Ethiopia, southern Eritrea, and northwestern Djibouti. The Danakil Desert has volcanoes and geysers that give off toxic gases and volcanic ash. Couple this with the unbearable heat and you find yourself in a natural oven that is trying very hard to kill you. Moreover, the region is home to many regional conflicts. In this impoverished region, the wars are funded by kidnapping of tourists and local nobility. No one wants to be in a war zone, especially one that has temperatures of extremes of over 50 degrees Celsius. That's 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 9. Aachen Russia. From one extreme to another, we are in Aachen, thousands of miles away from Moscow, and home to extremely low temperatures. If 50 degrees Celsius was harsh, you know you have to worry about negative 71 degrees. That's almost negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It is one of the most inhabitable places on Earth, and finding refuge from the extreme climates is a stiff task. One of the coldest places in the world, only a select few have decided to survive these conditions. The 500 people calling it their home live without basic necessities and rarely come across new age technologies, such as telephones or interconnectivity. Crops do not grow here, and they rely on outside assistance in exchange for their services on the extreme borders. Number 8. Alagoas Brazil. We move from natural extremities to man-made hazards. This coastal city in Brazil is notorious for its crime rate. In Alagoas, you do not know who, what, or when you will be attacked, and these attacks are usually fatal and gruesome in nature. The favelas of Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro are famous, but it is Alagoas with the highest murder rate in Brazil and Earth. Visitors are charmed by its natural beauties, but fear for their lives on an average 2,000 murders committed in this state of only 3 million inhabitants. Number 7. Monrovia Liberia. Africa, with its natural wildlife, is something to write home about, but not West Point in Monrovia. The capital city of Liberia is also home to the roughest living conditions across the globe. Over 75,000 people call this slum their home, and is wrought with social horrors you must wish to stay away from. Chlorine remains an epidemic in the slums, while the area is also infamous for wide-ranging criminal activities. It is a merciless area where pollution, drug abuse, and teenage prostitution runs rampant. If this was not enough, the city also gets devastated by flood anytime it rains. Number 6. Basically anywhere in North Korea. Before entering the top 5 most dangerous destinations on Earth, it is noteworthy to mention North Korea. Home to the totalitarian dictatorship of Kim Jong-un, this country is known for its blatant deprivation of human rights. Locals do not have any rights, and tourists do not fare much better here. The country is home to only 3 television channels, and everything is directed by the government. Even haircuts are directed by the state, with only 15 hairstyles being approved. And you do not want to be caught voiding any laws, as punishments can go on for as far as 3 generations. Number 5. Guatemala. Moving on from North Korea, we find ourselves in Guatemala, a small country in Central Asia. You can arrive here by traveling south of Mexico, but take precautions. This country is home to rainforests, amazing wildlife, and the Mayan sites. But it also houses active volcanoes that can wipe out the local populace. If that was not enough, mudslides, earthquakes, and hurricanes are pretty much a regular occurrence here. To top it all off, the state is helpless in combating the crime that has erupted all over the region. It is the center of a drug epidemic since the heyday of Pablo Escobar and the cocaine wars. Number 4. Kashmir, India. Regarded by many as one of the most beautiful places on Earth, it is also one of the most dangerous places. It's the reason for 3 major conflicts in the region between India and Pakistan. There's been unrest in Kashmir since 1948, with over 80,000 people dead and over 1 million disappearances. The Indian government recently enacted a controversial legislation aimed at Kashmir. There were backlashes to the state at which a statewide curfew was enforced. The curfew continues into the 10th month and for over 5,000 people abducted by the state. Number 3. Naples, Italy. Famous for its delicious cuisines and architecture, not to mention historical landmarks, Naples is a famous tourist landmark, but also one of the world's biggest death traps thanks to the Campi Flegrei supervolcano. Even a minor eruption from Campi Flegrei can kill millions within its vicinity. And if a supervolcano isn't bad enough, Naples is the stronghold of the Camorra Mafia family. The Mafia has complete control over the city and is behind the attempted lives of journalists, lawyers, and judges. Number 2. Malusu, Kyrgyzstan. From one city of historical importance to another, even more recent significance, Malusu is a small town of just 23,000 people, which is famous for processing 10,000 tons of uranium in the Soviet era, and this processing task was not done without any discrepancy. The town is one of the most radioactive places in the world. Think on a scale similar to Chernobyl. Radioactive contamination, thanks to human recklessness, is a big issue here and has been exacerbated by frequent earthquakes, landslides, as well as floods. If you're still watching the video up to this point, just want to go and thank you for coming this far, and if you enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like as well as subscribe for more. And now, coming in at number 1, the Bermuda Triangle. Despite logical and rational reasons put forward for the strange activities in the area, the Bermuda Triangle remains a mystery, home to numerous shipwrecks, disappearances, and even air travel bans. You will do well to stay away from this triangulated region between Florida, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. The myth surrounding the Bermuda Triangle continues to fancy many, especially due to a wide ranging of explanations that count alien abductions and magnetic force disruptions as probable causes for the notoriety. So, definitely stay away from this area. Now, that's all we have for you in today's video. If you did enjoy, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys in the next one.